Several years ago, Brett brought home the most quiet, shy girl we've ever met. All these years later, she's finally warming up to us. She'll finally be left alone in a room without running away. Anyone that knows me knows my boys are my everything.
Dear Connor, the day has finally arrived, the day where we announce to the world that we are now husband and wife. I have to say that it gives me goosebumps to have the very thought of me being your husband running through my head. I thought for sure after all this time with you that nothing would change. We have been together for almost 8 years and we have bought a home together. What could possibly change? Of course, I was wrong. Being a husband means more than just committing to you. The meaning is deeper than I realized. It means loving you, protecting you, and supporting you until the moment I draw my last breath. It means that I cannot just half-ass work on our relationship every once in a while. I have to give all of myself to our relationship. I must give you my undivided attention and my best effort. In the past, that level of commitment scared me because I didn't think I was capable of handling it. I was so nervous to have moved forward like that in our relationship. But now it calms me and I am overcome with a wave of happiness. Happiness that I didn't know I could feel. A happiness that I wouldn't feel without the work that we have put into this relationship. If we continue to work and communicate, our relationship and our marriage will grow stronger. It seems like just yesterday that we were in grade 11, sitting together in the commons area, parking backwards in my parking stall, and having movie nights at your parents' house. Those were far simpler times. Now it seems the world becomes increasingly more difficult and strange. We face many different challenges as we continue on in our lives. I know that I have been stressed facing these challenges, but as strenuous as the challenges are, you're the only woman who can face the challenges with me. You make me feel strong, even when it can be difficult for me to be strong. Whenever life throws towards us, I will always have faith.
Dear Brett, I never would have dreamed that talking to you in that parking lot in high school over 7 years ago would lead us here today. Who would have thought that the cute, funny 17-year-old boy who asked me out for the first time to a mall food court would grow into the hardworking, handsome, strong, and loving man who will be waiting for me at the altar. I feel so blessed to have you in my life and to have you make me feel the way that you do. You're a man who brings me comfort, makes me laugh, and shows me unconditional love, who even after 7 years of dating and being together still brings joy and a sense of belonging when you're in the same room as me. I never thought that I could love anyone as much as I love you. I love your laughter and bright smile. I love the nerd in you whose passion is D&D and video games. I especially love when you play Mario Kart with me and I beat you.
Well, Brett and Connor, the day of your wedding has finally come. Brett, I've known you now for some 7 years. I have seen you in a wide variety of settings. I remember seeing you play volleyball on the Sacred Heart High School team a number of years ago now. And I remember when you were proclaimed grad king in grade 12 at Sacred Heart High School. And I remember when you became a new homeowner. Connor, I have known you for some 24 years now. Actually, even longer, as I knew you and felt you when you moved inside your mom's tummy. I remember the day that you were born at the hospital in South Edmonton in 1994. A student doctor had to deliver you because you were so anxious to get out of the womb and into the world. I remember all of your basketball, volleyball, and soccer games that your mom and I watched you play in. So as we come to this, your wedding day, I and all of your family and friends gathered here this evening have many memories of how you two got to this point in your lives. I can't speak for anyone gathered here this evening, but I know that Jody and I are very proud of you both for your growth as individuals and your growth in your relationship with one another. And now you are both taking another step forward in your relationship by publicly declaring your love and commitment for one another before all of us gathered here this evening and before God.
I adore your ocean blue eyes, the warmth of your arms around me, and the way you take control when we need something handy to be done in our house. Over the past 7 years, regardless if we've lived in the same city, different cities, or you were on the road for work, or we were living in our parents' homes, or now living in our recently purchased house that we've made our own, you have always been my home. I have known since the first time that we said we loved each other in the parking lot of the movie theater that you were going to be mine forever. Brett, you are my first and only true love. I cannot imagine marrying anyone other than you. And as we join together on this day in front of all of our friends and family, I feel 100% confident in us that there is no one else on this earth I would rather share my life with. I am so excited to become your wife. Love, the almost Mrs. Connor Tatosi.
We can make it as long as we stand at each other's side and continue to love one another. Connor, you're the person I look forward to being with at the end of the day. You're the person I want to love and hold tight. You're the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with until I am no longer on this earth. I love you so much, and I love you more with each passing moment. Nothing makes me happier knowing that I will be your husband and that you will be my wife. I'm so excited to show the world my new wife, my new Mrs. Tatosi. Yours truly, Brett. You're Mr. Tatosi. XOXO.